It's a warning from nature itself. Far away, beyond the edges of busy cities and crowded villages, there is an island. Quiet. Isolated. Empty. But not always. Years ago, that island was chosen for something bold, something ambitious. A group of investors imagined turning it into a wool paradise. Thousands of sheep were loaded onto ships and sent across the sea. No one questioned it. No one wondered what would happen next. The plan sounded simple: sheep on land, nature takes care of the rest. But nature doesn't follow human plans. When the sheep arrived, they found no green pastures, no gentle hills covered in grass. Just dry land, wind-whipped rocks, and silence. No shelter, no guidance, no fences. Just space. And hunger. At first, they wandered together, following their instincts. They looked for food where there was none. They stood still, waiting for something that would never come. Days passed. The silence grew heavier. The island offered nothing. But the sheep remained. The people who sent them? They didn't come back. Maybe they ran out of money. Maybe they realized the mistake too late. Maybe they just forgot. Either way, the sheep were left alone. Completely alone. One by one, some began to fall. The weak couldn't survive. But others changed. With no grass to eat, they gnawed on bark. They pulled at dry roots. They chewed anything that looked like it once held life. Their bodies began to adjust. Their minds too. They became tougher, faster, leaner. No one trained them. No one protected them. The island became their test. Over time, something strange happened. The sheep began to form groups, not just herds. They guarded territories. They grew suspicious of anything unfamiliar. Some had larger horns than before. Others showed signs of aggression. They weren't the same sheep that arrived. They were survivors. Evolution doesn't wait thousands of years when life is at stake. It happens fast. It happens harshly. The island demanded strength, and the sheep answered. Years passed. 10. 15. The island became a place forgotten by maps and ignored by the world. Until one day, a team of scientists arrived. What they found shocked them. These were not ordinary sheep. They were bigger, bulkier, hardened by years of isolation. They resisted capture. They avoided human contact. Some even charged when approached. The researchers observed behaviors never seen before in domestic animals. Hierarchies. Patrols. Alarms. As if the island had forced them to develop not just new bodies, but new instincts. Back on the mainland, news spread. People debated. Was this cruelty? Or a glimpse of natural strength? Were these sheep victims or miracles? The truth was somewhere in between. No one planned this. But the result was undeniable: nature had rewritten the rules. On this island, sheep were no longer gentle or predictable. They had become wild again. Not because they wanted to, but because they had to. Today, the island still stands. The sheep are still there. No one farms them. No one feeds them. They live with the wind and the rocks, with no promises, no plans, and no expectations. They wake up every day in a world where survival is the only goal. And yet, they live. Stronger than before. Free, in a way most creatures never are. It's a place where no one speaks, but every silence tells a story. We thought we could control nature. We thought we could predict what would happen. But the island showed us something else. Nature adapts. It resists. It transforms. When left alone, even the gentlest creatures can become fierce. Even the most forgotten places can come alive. And sometimes, the greatest strength appears when no one is watching. So next time you think of sheep as weak, slow, dependent, remember the island. Remember the silence. Remember what they became.